So it's time for another one of these videos. It's been a bit, but today I thought I'd talk about social anxiety and how my inability to talk to people has affected nearly every aspect of my life while I prepare for Silksong. I honestly haven't heard many other people's experiences when it comes to social anxiety. I'm pretty sure that I have always just been a shy and generally anxious person. When I was a little kid, I played soccer, and I remember times where making a bad move or missing a shot made me want to curl up and explode, to a degree that I think is more than most. In high school especially, I had a really hard time going up and talking to people, specifically introducing myself or just trying to make friends. I, even now, am very guilty of people asking me how my day was or what I've been up to, and then just not asking how they are in return. Not because I don't care, but I just forget to, or get caught up in trying to figure out what I'm supposed to say next. I also kinda just don't know how to talk to people. I am very bad at figuring out what it is I have to say next. And at this point I've practically never gone away from a social interaction, believing that the other person doesn't hate me. Or that they're gonna be thinking about how I said something weird, or how I looked when I said that thing. I tend to talk with a sarcastic tone sometimes when I am unsure of what to say, and I think people think I never care about what they're saying. But it's hard to sound enthusiastic because that's kind of just not how I talk, unless I'm putting on a bit of a performance with people. When I talk to people I don't know, I have this habit of only saying or talking about things that I think the other person would like, or make them like me, instead of ever talking about the things that I like or want to talk about. This makes talking to people really damn exhausting. I am constantly believing that everyone who talks to me immediately regrets it and hates me, which sucks even more because I've been trying to talk about things that I think they'd like, or about things that I think would make them like me. Making friends is really goddamn hard. Unless a friend of mine introduces me to one of their friends, I sort of have a really hard time pushing myself to go say hello. My assumption is always that this person doesn't like me, and then I'm always surprised if I end up talking to them and then they seem to not hate me. However, just because of how my brain works, I always end up finding something that I potentially misinterpreted and take, as a sign that they don't like me or might, whatever. This inability to talk to people normally obviously creates a crazy amount of stress. Obviously creates a lot of stress all the time, and there's literally no one in my life that I can talk to and not analyze and adjust myself to sound the way I think they'd want me to sound. I kinda just don't understand what it means to be yourself. Which is funny because I made a video called Be Yourself, but I don't really know how I talk, if that makes sense. I don't know who Adler is supposed to sound like, what I am supposed to sound like. Even if they actively tell me they like me and care about the things I like, I still somehow just don't believe them. I'm pretty insecure about the things that I like too. I never talk about video games to people unless they show a sign that they might like games too. I remember I was with a friend at a store, and the worker there had asked what we were gonna do after we'd shopped there. My friend simply told them we were gonna go play video games. And I felt like I plummeted into my own soul to fall endlessly. I don't think I could explain that any better. I don't think I could explain that feeling. Point is, I kinda just don't like talking about stuff I like, because I'm embarrassed. All of this to say that my social skills actually used to be a whole lot worse. Specifically, before I got a retail job. I can't explain how much that job has helped with talking to older people and just people in general. I had a really hard time talking to friends' parents, and the job really helped with that. Doing the things that you are scared of is how you get over them, which I've learned after many years of having a lot of fears. However, doing the things you're scared of in order to overcome it is the hardest thing on the planet, so yeah, I completely understand how hard that is. Social anxiety is something that genuinely, to a degree, does control nearly every aspect of my life. School, work, friends, all relationships in general. It sucks, and I know I'm not the only person with social anxiety, but I'm not really sure what other people's experiences with it are like. A lot of my friends and family are really quite good socially, so I don't really have people in my life who experience it to a similar degree as me, or don't openly talk about it. Anyway, if you've got experiences with social anxiety, or you have comments or questions or anything, feel free to leave a comment. I do read every single one, and I'd love to hear what you have to say. Have a great day or night, guys. See ya.